Hey guys, how's it going? So here's what's going on my bench next. Guitar resurrection video. I bought this guitar, Kramer Striker. I know they're inexpensive guitars to begin with. They were back in the day, but something about these old guitars just warms my heart. I have to fix this thing up. I only paid $50 for this guitar, the way that it sets. And this couple of these tips on here, that one's not too bad. Now, unfortunately, my painter that did all my garbage to glitter stuff, he's out in California. He moved. He's out traveling. He's doing other things. I'm not going to be able to paint this, but I can shine it up and polish it. It needs brand new electronics. It's got a Floyd in it that I don't know if I'm going to change it out or just make the most of what I already have here. It looks like most likely we've got volume switch, like on-off switches for each pickup, I'm guessing, like mini toggles. So, anyhow, help me out, guys. We're going to shine this thing up. Help me get through this project. Here we go. Alright, so here we go. I like to call these videos Guitar Resurrections because we have to bring this thing back from the dead. Let's see if I can get this bar off of here. I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to pull the bridge out of it. Now I might be able to find some sort of extra bridge to put in here. This thing is a Floyd Rose. It says it right here on the side. But as you can see, it doesn't have those little blocks down in there that holds the strings. The strings go in right through the back. So this is what they called the speed loader, and to my knowledge. And so if you were, if you hate those Floyd Roses because the little blocks would come out, or you had to take your Allen wrench and tighten them up, and the string would pop out of there, you don't have that problem with this one, because again, the strings roll right into the back of it. But one complaint that people have talked about is when you whammy all the way down like this, the string will loosen. It's loose in there, and it'll just stick out the back. Then when you come back, it'll tighten back in there. So it wasn't their best design, but it was for those guys that complained that it's too much of a hassle to get an Allen wrench and stick it in here and tighten the little block down, and they would always strip out. So this was their solution to that. So inexpensive Floyd Rose, the speed loader. I might reuse it. I'm not sure just yet. I'm going to go ahead and pull the neck off. Wow, look at the size of these screws. These babies are huge. I might be able to shine that up a little bit. Okay, wow. Alright, so we're looking at this. Look at the size of that shim. I've never seen anything quite like that. That is a giant shim that was underneath that. I wonder why that was there. It makes me it makes me wonder why that was there. Now, this is a plywood body. I think if you get in here, you can kind of see that it's plywood, and that's what they made them out of back in the day. But having that giant shim in there, it's cut perfectly. It just really, this shim, I don't know why it's here, but you can see that it's perfectly cut and fits in there perfectly. Super strange that this thing needs a shim like that. Okay, I'm going to set this off to the side. We'll figure that stuff out later. Here's our neck, and I think it looks relatively straight. I'm not going to do a refret on this. Just going to clean it. Kramer Striker 500 ST. Looks like we got Kramer branded tuners on here. They seem to be in relatively good shape. And we have a little tag right there that says where it was made. And I'm gonna guess, you guys might be able to read that better than I can, but I'm gonna guess that says made in Korea. I don't know if they made these in China. Leave it in the comments what you guys think, because if you're on your big screen, you might be able to see that better than me just with my reading glasses on here. Alright. So I'm going to set this off to the side. And we're just going to polish the body and clean the body for a while. Okay, a little simple green. We're just going to try to get dirt off of this thing. Put that part out. I got that slip out. Okay, doing a few things to it. I put the neck back on, didn't use this giant shim. Temporarily back on. I did put a small little 20 thousandths shim under it. And now I'm kind of working on putting some electronics in it. It looks like it's going to be a single volume with two toggle switches, mini toggles that turn each pickup on and off. So I've got used parts laying around, and that's what I do on these kind of things. I try to put these things together with random parts that I already have laying around. Not spending a ton of money on this, but yeah, this is a 250K potentiometer that I have. I have drawers full of these things. And hopefully it works good. Okay. And then I put some other springs on that Floyd. I decided not to use these old rusty ones because they're ugly and they do wear out. So I'm doing a few things on it. Now I might have to lower this Floyd really low, or you know, the reason this Floyd was setting so high, that's the reason they had this giant shim under it. So I'm going to see if I can maybe lower that. We're going to see what's going on with that. And also, now for pickups, this is the stuff I have laying around. So guitar head pickups, guitar heads. And these are you can go to guitarhead.net. And these are used pickups that I had laying around. This is the neck one. And I just think that it kind of gives it that cool old, kind of the 80s look to it, right? Having these guitar head things in here. So I'm going to use these guitar heads. This one's labeled neck. Seems like it's got plenty of wire. So it should be easy enough to string it all the way through here. And these, you can go on their website, guitarheads.net, I believe it is. And they're like 40 bucks a piece or something like that. But for an old project like this, you know, I always try to do that stuff. I try not to spend a bunch of money getting an old $50 guitar back together. So that's why I'm thinking that these guitar head things are a good idea. Okay, so it's all wired up. The pickups look good in there. I got the neck back on. I did not use this shim. I don't think I'm going to need it. I just kind of lowered the bridge a little bit. We'll see what happens. I think I need to put some strings on it and just keep messing around with it for a while. And today's Friday, and there's some people in the store, and it's kind of busy, so I have to kind of do both at the same time. I can't just concentrate on this guitar right now, but we're gonna keep trucking along on this thing. So, all right, guys. So here it is, a made in Korea plywood body, Kramer Striker 500 ST, and the Voyager, I believe, is the body shape. Now this is a very inexpensive $250 guitar, something like that. But after working on it, it turned out really good. My volume's all the way up. Here's the mini toggle for the front pickup. And then here's the rear pickup. Sounds something like this. can do a thing where you got both pickups on. So there it is, guys. The point of the video is you can get an old guitar for 50 bucks. You can put it back together. Because I had the pickups laying around and I put the knob on there and I made a back plate out of an old DVD cover. I put no money into this guitar, putting it back together. So there you go, an old Kramer Voyager. Thanks a lot for watching. I'll put a link in the description below how you can get some of those pickups.